Hi everyone, my name's Ron Carroll. I'm a traditional signwriter from the northeast of England, and today we're just going to do a short video on how I actually produce a sign panel such as this. In fact, it will be this, and just to show you the processes. This is a backdrop board that we've produced for workshops that we have coming, where we'll be teaching people the basics, the fundamentals of signwriting. What we've tried to do with this panel is we've actually used readily available trade paints rather than using your one-shots and the other signwriting enamels, which are quite expensive, to be honest. This will help, hopefully, newcomers to the trade to show people that you can use a lot of different paints to produce exactly what you need, and it'll go through the process. This is using Dulux oil-based eggshell, the whole thing, board, the priming, the paintwork, the distressing, and then even the signwriting and the outlining is all done with the same paints. So might give people a little bit of a helping hand to actually get started. So you don't need these expensive paints. The brushes are a little bit different. Obviously we do use our signwriting brushes, but there are better brushes out there and more readily available to use for this type of thing, especially for the beginner. But hopefully this will be a video that people can enjoy and see some of the processes, how we do it. But if you've got any comments, please, fire away. I'll try and answer as much as I can. We will be doing more videos in the future just to try and help people out. But obviously, if we understand what you're after, we can do that and tailor that to you. But enjoy the video. Drop me a like if you don't mind. That'd be great. Cheers now. So here we are. We're going to use some paint and a natural sponge here for some of the aging process on this board. It's just a mixture of brown, I think there's brown, dark brown and black in there with some of the red of the background. And it's just literally mixed directly in the tray, applied liberally, and just have at it. Really, it's there's no there's no real sort of structure to it. It's to make it look aged, and the more random the better. So have a bit of fun with this. You can put multiple layers on. So if you're not confident of putting it too heavy in the first go, take your time, let it dry, and then put another application over the top. But you want to leave as much as you can, sort of the background colour, just to give it the right effect. And here you can see we've actually chalked out the design. So the design came from a paper draft, a sketch that I'd done, and then I've just literally marked this out, generally freehand with a stick of chalk, and started to signwrite. So again, this is practice and experience. You can actually you can make a paper draft and pattern, do the whole thing with a pounce pattern if you wish. I still prefer the old school way and try and get it as near as damn it as how I need it with a stick of chalk. So, but use patterns, you can use a projector, you can use anything really. There's a lot of different processes for the application of the design. As you can see now, I'm using a little bit of tape on this, and it's really just showing you another process that you could use to help you get started in this job. Tape's not a bad thing. It actually helps give you a nice crisp line. Looks very professional when it's finished. Obviously, honing your brush skills is key, but in the early stages, just use a little bit of tape, try and get yourself going. This is obviously using the same paint. It's oil-based eggshell Dulux. You can see how this is covering. It's covering beautifully. It does need a second coat once it was dry, but it takes minutes to second coat this. I've got a mixture of lettering styles on this as well, so again, gives me the little bit of freedom to just help myself and do the design the way I want it. I think doing your own thing really sort of makes the job look original. You know, this is actually a brand new board, but from a distance it will look to be aged and obviously an older panel. And onto the shadow. So now we're actually using a dark brown, and we're doing a right-hand cast shadow on this. As you see on the top, I've just done freehand. There's no tape being used, and then I've put a bit of tape on the bottom one just to show the angles that we need. Normally I would have just marked this out with some hints of chalk, but I thought for the video it would be quite good to show people the angles that we actually use to give it the real perspective for that shadow. I always love doing the shadow on a board because it just makes the whole thing come to life. The basic colouring, the white or the cream as it is, tends to look a little bit flat, and obviously once you put the shadow on, it just pops, really jumps off the board. I'm going with this this brush. It's actually the same brush I used to letter the panel. It's a number 6 Signwriting quill. It's actually it's an oldish brush, this one. It's a little bit like an old pair of slippers, to be honest. I use it regularly. It's starting to look a little bit second hand now, sadly, but you get comfortable with a certain type of brush, and I am a bit of a lazy signwriter, so it's always been trying to do everything with one brush. And if you can do a thin letter with it, you can do a thick letter. But obviously, having multiple brushes on at hand is ideal. But if you can work with one brush, it saves you a little bit of time as well, and money. This signwriting tape is actually it's just a paper. It's almost like masking tape, but it's very fine. It's low tack, so it doesn't pull the paint below if the preparation's not great, and it actually it releases quite well. It doesn't leave any waxy or glue residue. And that's it. We're pretty much finished there. I do put an outline on this, but that's possibly for another video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and look forward to seeing you in the future. Thanks.